Hello YouTube, this is Charlie426, and today we have the review of the 52Toys Megabox Unus. Now for those who don't know what this is, it's basically for some time I've been reviewing some toys from 52Toys. Usually it will be these, like these mechanical dinosaurs or animals that turns into these perfect cubes. But these are called Beast Box, but there are also another line called the Megabox, which includes like the same concept, but what they transform into would be either copyrighted stuff or licensed stuff. Licensed stuff such as Iron Man, there's the Hulk, I believe they have a Thanos, and then they also have the Alien and Predator. Now I believe they also have got the official license for Ninja Turtles, so they did release the Michelangelo and Leonardo, I believe, and then I believe Donatello and sorry. So they first released Michelangelo and Raphael, and then I believe now they are going to release the Leonardo and Donatello soon. So yeah, they also got Ninja Turtles, and they also have their original stuff like this. This is the Unus. Their first humanoid style, an actual humanoid. Now I guess the Ninja Turtles can also kind of count, but still their first humanoid Megabox, or basically a humanoid style character that transforms into a box. Their original one, and then. They're also the ones that have the combiner mechs, so such as the Landbreaker and the Deep One, which I have reviewed. Anyway, let's get on to the review. So before we go on to the actual cube, let's go look at the box. The box looks very cool. Of course, the name may not sound as cool, but still, I love the concept because 52Toys, they recently been doing very well. They've been releasing a lot of amazing stuff. Their Beast Box line is just really fun and amazing to collect. Now, the Mega Box line, sometimes there are hit and misses, but recently they have been really acing it. So this is their first original character, and then they did announce, or they did mention, I believe they didn't mention, that they are going to release more humanoid type characters like this. So yeah, and I believe there is some lore regarding this character. Like this is like one of the creators of, like, story-wise, like something related to like the creators of the Beast Box, but something like that. But who knows, since I can't read any of these, really no way to tell. So here we have the box mode, here we have the humanoid mode, and yeah, definitely looking cool box. Now, let's get on to the cube itself. Let me just get rid of the rotating stand and see what we got. So when you open the box, one thing you should notice is that they always come with the basics. So number one, I didn't even open it this time because I mentioned it a lot of times. So you get a catalog, and then you get a PVC card. I believe it should be behind this paper, but basically this is the instruction manual for the PVC card and the box. So the cube box is basically where you actually store in this thing, but there's also another PVC card inside, I believe, which tells you that if you are having trouble pulling it out, you can fold the PVC card in half, and when you open it, it should technically push it out. But still, I usually don't have that issue too often, so yeah, I don't really tend to use these. Now, one thing I am slightly sad about is that they don't. This one, the Megabox line, does not come with the cards. Like, if you've seen my reviews before, they will always come with these small cards that has some descriptions and stats regarding the character. But still, the Megabox line never included those. So sadly, I can't really tell or know what the story about is regarding this character. But still, we get this extra weapon. Now, there is actually a smaller version that is integrated inside the transformation here. I'm not sure if you can see that, but still, this is the larger version, and this weapon is cool. Number one, we have a peg here, so you can connect it to all sorts of places, and you can open it up to make it look like a claw type weapon like this, or you can make it turn into like a blaster type weapon. And the cool part is that if you saw the box here, now I just realized this as well. So in the box here, there's a handle over there. So I was thinking, why isn't that there? And then it turns out it was a handle all the time, because on the promo pictures, if I remember correctly, all they would usually show you guys would be to use this peg here and connect it to the arm, and that's most of the images I've seen were like that. So yeah, and this handle is not actually mentioned in the manual, so it is something easy to miss, if you ask me. Alright, so let's get it out of the box. Here we have the box charger. Once again, you can connect these to side or top to bottom, so you can stack them up easily. Alright, so here we have the box here, nothing too special. I'm not going to show you guys the transformation process because that would take a long time. So here, obviously this is the front part with the chest pieces. Here we have the arms, definitely cool looking way to show the arms where they actually use half of a plastic is, the inside is the silver color or gray color. And then they covered it up with a clear green piece which really looks cool. Alright, so I'll be right back with the finished transformation because it would take way too long to show you guys the process. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So here we have the finalized transformation here. So definitely I do like the overall look and style and proportion seems okay. I'm not gonna say it's like the perfect proportions because due to some articulation points, they had to like change the proportions, and obviously there is one part that's lacking articulation here, and that's basically the waist because there's no way you can swivel around the waist. So the only downside would be that you don't have the waist swivel. But other than that, other places, I think they have a good amount of articulation here. And once again, I've heard some people had some paint stripping issues with the chest here. I've transformed this like multiple times at this point, and I don't think I'm seeing a scratch here. So I don't know, maybe it was a unlucky, product, or maybe they actually changed the paint quality in the later runs because I did order mine a little bit late than other people because my usual seller did not have it at the time. But since being a full-fledged humanoid, there's obviously some articulations that we need to check. But before we go on to that, just to give you guys an idea how big this thing is, let's do some comparisons. So here we have a tip next to an HGUC kit. This is a 1:1 44 scale kit. So definitely much taller than an HGUC kit. So yeah, from Gunpla. And now here we have next to an SHF figure art. So here is the premium, Tamashii Nation's exclusive SHF Kamen Rider 01 Shining Hopper, and looking at it, definitely still much taller than an SHF figure art. So yeah, definitely a tall figure if you ask me. So I wouldn't say this is going to be like one of those like premium stuff, but more like a very fun action figure style. But it really depends on what you look at it, because I really love these products. I really collect them just to play around with them. So yeah. Alright, so now let's look at the head. Definitely the interesting part or design was the head. Now, because you have 4 eyes inside there, and then the whole face is covered up with a visor kind of thing going on here. So this is definitely right up my alley. So definitely loving the design here. And the neck connection here is, as far as I know, is a ball joint, so you can go down, not so much, because there's no separate neck joint here. This is just a single, it's just a welded in piece. So the only part that's actually moving is the ball joint on the inside here. So you can go down, not so much, but up a little bit better. And then 360 twist seems to be possible. Now, this being an alien, I guess, maybe he could be able to move his head 360. Other than that, let's get the back. The back, nothing too special going on here, but we do have a lot of holes here. We have 3 holes here. And since we're going over all the connection points here, let's just talk about that right away. So here we have 3 holes. On the arms here, we have 1 hole here. And it may be hard to look at it, but there is 1 hole here for each arm. So that's that. So that's 5 holes already. And let's see, we got another 2 holes here, 2 holes on each leg, so that's another total of 4. So 4 plus 3 plus 2. So we already have like 9 holes here. So that's a very good amount of parts, like connection points that you can connect here. And now these are mostly for the transformation part, but if you can utilize this, maybe you can utilize these pegs as well. So that's that. So let's look at the arms. So the arms can go 360. That's very good. It can go to the side, also 90 degrees. That's also a very good plus. And since these parts are connected to ball joints here, mostly on the bottom section here, so you can go 360, so you can see that ball joint here. The top one is not a ball joint, so yeah, you can go that. And then with a bend wise, you get a very nice bend here but I believe once again this is mostly because of the transformation here. And I believe you can go to the back as well, which I don't think a normal human can do that. So that's pretty good. Now the hands, you are pretty much fixed with these multi-purpose hands, so you can twist them 360, and that's pretty much it. I wonder if they have any plans to for future versions of these. So they do plan to make more humanoid style characters like these in their original designs. I do hope they will utilize a hand swapping gimmick, because I think this could be much more expressive. Okay, now look at the body. Once again, there's no ab crunch, there's no rotation point on the main body, so this is due to the transformation here, so I'm not going to complain about that. And look at the legs right away. We have a nice side swivel going on here, and then we can go forward and backward with no problem as well. And then we can go to the side as well. So I believe because of the transformation, there are 3 rotating points. So number 1, we have the lower side swivel, and number 2, we have the middle side swivel, and then number 3 is obviously the main joint here. So that's that. And then because of that, because of these 3 joints here, you can move forward, and if you want to go more, you can go to the side like that. So if you want to do some sort of certain pose or some sort of yoga pose, be my guest. And then the legs can bend pretty well, so you have a double jointed bend going on here, and you can see the knee armor also moving together. You can't go forward like that from the joints because obviously that would be painful. And then the feet. Now the feet are, the ball is, not the ball, the feet are connected to a ball joint. The top section is not a ball joint, so you can go, you do have a nice forward and backward movement going on here. You can rotate the feet if you want to do so, and because it's a ball joint, you do have a decent pivot point. Not the best, but still it's pretty much enough for what this figure can do. Alright, so we've seen the basic articulation here, so let's look at the weapons here. So number 1, let's look at the main small one. So here's a small one. Now, because of the joints here are in this design, it won't go forward as much as compared to the larger one. Because the larger one, the joints they have here, or the middle parts here, are straight. So they have no problems moving forward and backward. But this one being a more a circular design here, it can't go forward because it's colliding with the middle part here. So either way, you should have no problems plugging in the handle onto the hand, and there you go. You got yourself a small pistol going on here. So that's a pretty cool design. But once again, if you don't like the whole handle thing going on here, what you can do is you can fold this part up. Whoops. And then you have to push this one a little bit all the way through in. You can fold this up, and what you can do here is on the arms there, you can obviously connect it to the holes here. Where is it? There we go. It's really hard to see these clear pieces. So you can connect it to the arm to have it to be like an arm blaster, or what you can also do is that you can connect it to the leg here and make it look like it's a small, pistol. And yeah, you're carrying a small pistol on your leg. So that could be a pretty more better design if you ask me. Now the large one pretty much has the same principle here. So you have the handle here, you can connect it here. Whoops. And there you go, you have a large handgun. If you want to do so, you can do like a charge shot or whatever. Definitely looks like you can do that. Or, once again, I would say it's also pretty cool for this one that you can fold it up and then connect it to the arm. Let me just connect it to the other side of the arm because I have been using this right arm. I have been using the right arm a lot, so the joints are slightly going to get weak. So once again, you can make it look like you have a claw arm with plugging it into the arm. Definitely looking cool if you ask me. So yeah, you can connect it here. Now obviously the same principle, you can connect it to the leg if you want to do so, but that just makes it look way too big if you ask me. So what I like to do is that to connect this to the back like that. So it looks like it has an extra backpack or slash like a jetpack going on here. So definitely cool. And that's pretty much it for the 52Toys Megabox Unus. So I think for their first original humanoid character slash product, I think this is a very cool design. Now there are some parts they could improve it, but once again, they plan 52Toys. They have a lot of engineers and designers, and they always tend to make 2.0 versions, or they keep coming up with new ideas. So I'm definitely excited to see what they're going to do with their future products or future versions or other variants of this character or this mold, because they do plan on to making more. I believe they did mention the next one could be either a purple or blue color, but that could be just me remembering it wrong. But still, yeah, that was pretty much it for the review. If you guys got any questions or requests, you can comment below. I still have more stuff to buy and build. They make reviews out, so please stay tuned. Until then, whoops, see you guys next time.